right, can you guys hear me? So we are actually using a new platform to test this out called StreamYard, which is also why the video quality is not going to be 1080p. For some reason, it's not letting me broadcast, but this is right now going out to YouTube, Twitch, Twitter, and our Facebook page all at the same time. So yeah, we're gonna see how this works. It also means I can also pull other people in to the stream with a StreamYard link. Can you guys hear me? Let me unmute my stream here. Oh, you can't. So I think the next thing I need to do if I'm going to use StreamYard is figure out a way to pipe my audio from OBS into a microphone input. I think those virtual cam cables or whatever they're called, or virtual cables programs is what we should use. Before we get into this, I'm curious to see what this is going to have in it. I should probably open this up and see before we get to the build. So this printer is going to be going to the high school here in Hobart. It's Ender 6, so this is going to get our LCD kit, our using ABL, our solid bed mounts, easy flex system, the whole kit and caboodle. So, yeah, audio is a bit lame. So are they just killing my audio bit rate? Oh, yeah. So you know what? I'm wondering if I can do this on the fly here. Figure the late night stream is the best one to test out anything. Because what I think I have to do is I would have to install like the virtual audio cable. It would have a virtual microphone output, and then it would have a speaker input, and I'd have OBS output the audio feed to that virtual one, and then have StreamYard pull the audio from that. So that way, because right now this is just the raw mic input. I have no filtering or anything. So you guys are probably hearing all the background noise. I didn't even think of that because I don't have. I'm trying to think, virtual audio cable. I think that's it, right? Virtual audio cable. So what we're using, or voice meter is what I'm thinking of. I'm trying to think. Virtual audio cable. VV cable is a virtual audio device working as a virtual audio cable. All audio coming into the cable input is simply forwarded to the cable output. Yeah, this sounds like what I want. Let's see if this works. Let's see. Is remote being annoying? All right, let's see. VB cable, install driver. Let's see. Access is denied. I am running this as an administrator, you idiots. Let's try it again. Oh, let's see. It says it's installing the driver. You might need to reboot. Let's see if we need to hang on. Let's see. So I go to settings, audio, microphone. Okay, cable out. And output. Let's see. Check. Global settings. Default audio monitoring device. Okay, let's see. Monitor output, audio device. Okay, cable input, virtual audio cable. You guys should be able to hear me now. And it should be filtering through my what's the word I'm looking for? It should be filtering through OBS now. So I'm talking. And now I unmuted it in OBS. Let's see if the audio is any better. Yeah, no, I have it too. Let's see if the audio is any better. Hello. Yeah, no, I have it too. Hello. Let's see if the audio is any better. It doesn't sound better now. Hello. Yeah, no, I have it too. Hello. Let's see if. Oh dear. Sorry. Okay, sorry, there's some looping there. That's gonna go away. So yeah, it was routing out the route. It was routing out the wrong. My speaker output was routing out the wrong one. So we should be good now. So monitors coming out of OBS. We should be good now. Let's see. Let me pull up my phone. Let's see. Check, check, 1, 2. Check, check, 1, 2. Check, check, 1, 2. I'm going to mute it in OBS right now. Blah, 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 blah. Unmuted. Check, 1, 2. Check, check, 1, 2. I'm going to mute it in OBS right now. Okay, yep. It's working. Cool. Blah, 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 blah. Unmuted. All right. Cool. So now we should have the audio output through this. So all right, this works. That's what we're gonna have to do. We're figuring this all out. But anyways, I'll see if anybody is going to pop in on Facebook or Twitter or Twitch. It's streaming out to all these platforms. So anyways, I always know the later night streams don't get that many viewers, and that's fine because they're usually all over the place. So I'm a night owl, so is Krista, because she works the night shift. So I was like, hey, how about we build a printer tonight? And she's like, why don't we stream it? So yeah, use a 2x speed to catch up. That works. So yeah, so this printer is going to be going to the high school here. Now, before we get into the printer build, we're just going to be hanging out and building printers. Now, if anybody wants to jump in, I can actually give you a link and you could join in, because this is coming on StreamYard. So the benefit of it coming on StreamYard is I can pull other people into the stream. But before we go on to the actual build, I do want to post, I did a post, but I want to show this here. These are benchies that came off of my Ender 3 Pro with that new 422 board with the copy clone knockoff STM32 chip from GD32. It does work. So it does work with the firmware. The problem is we've got salmon skin now, which I personally have not seen this since, I don't know, the 8-bit board era. So yeah, but one of these, this was printed with firmware built with the Maple environment. And this was one printed with the STM32 library environment. Now, in terms of the library license issues we're concerned about with STM, as far as I know, the main one was the USB library, because that was proprietary and restricted by the license. But since the Creality has a CH340 USB to serial converter on there, we don't actually need to use STM's USB license, so it should be fine. But either way, it's the firmware does work, and I will note, and I made a post on our news page. The weird thing is with the Maple environment compiled firmware, and what I mean by Maple versus the STM32. So in Marlin, you actually have multiple platform IO environments to compile with. One of them uses STM's code base, and the other one uses an open source one called Maple. They both try to do the same thing, but the STM one is a little bit better supported, more up to date. So that's one you typically want to use, and that's one we're going to be using. So basically, if you have one of these boards with the GD32 chips, you can use the existing firmware. There's still the same concept of checking what version of the chip you have applies, whether it's the RET6512K1 or the RCT6512 or 256K1. That still applies. So but the weird thing I did notice is that with the Maple libraries, on my test machine, I actually have Bigtree Tech's TFT35 Ender 3 replacement screen, just so I can test serial communications over the serial header on certain boards. But it also emulates a 12864 screen. But the weird thing was with the Maple library, and even with the stock like STM32 libraries, I got display corruption. It was terrible on the Maple one. So if you are using one of these GD32 based boards with that screen, especially the 12864 mode, I have not tested the serial mode because that board doesn't have serial header hookups. It would not surprise me if there's other timing issues. This is the kind of stuff I talk about when my concerns are expressed about using these clone chips is that they're not an exact one-to-one copy of these STM parts. So what that means is the software doesn't run as expected, and that includes issues with timings and how the signals are getting sent out and the timings of those signals. Because if the signals get out of sync or they are slightly off in terms of their timings, then things don't work as they should. So I did not have issues with the actual Creality 12864 screen, but I did have issues with the emulated 12864 on the big tree deck board. So if you have these GD chips, it's probably not going to work very well until there's some sort of update to the environments or timings and all this other stuff that I don't have time to mess with. But if you're using just a stock Creality screen, it works fine. So with that all being said, we're going to go ahead and build an Ender 6. Are you ready?
I'm fine.
I see Remo is putzing around in the backyard. You're probably going to have to speak up. I will turn my mic gain up a little bit.
Oh no, you're fine.
Can you guys hear us okay? I did turn my mic gain up just a tiny bit. Before we start, I do want to see if this has a 256K or a 512K chip in it, because we will be replacing the touchscreen here with the Creality 12864 screen here. You got the knob here. I got my cables right here for the screen. Wah! So we're going to go ahead and swap those out, but I want to see what board this has in it before we get started to see if one, if it's an STM, or two, if it's a GD32. And I just realized the StreamYard's, my little logo here is covering up my head. So we'll go ahead and fix that. But let me take this bottom panel off, because we're going to have to take this off anyways once we do the LCD, so might as well just do it now. And what are we using? 2.5? 2.5 hex. Huh? Yeah, it is raining out. You want to let him in before he's a sopping wet dog?
He has a garage dog tonight.
Garage dog?
Garage dog.
So yeah, we're just doing an Ender 6 build, and this will be the first one to get the Ender 6 enclosure. So once this is built, I'll be putting the Ender 6 enclosure together and fitting it up on here. And then hopefully that means we can start getting those in the shop. So yay, I'm finally getting caught up on things. I think I bought this printer back in December or January. They wanted to get one in, and I was like, I'll order it. I'm not going to bill you till I actually have it ready, because I'm not sure how long it's going to take me to get to it. And I figured if they ended up not wanting it, because I took too long because of all the stuff I was dealing with in my personal life, then I guess I could either just use it in the print farm or I could sell it. So either way, it'll be going to a home that'll use it. So, oh, and we did get a small shipment of screens back in. So if you guys were waiting to order one of our LCD kits and they were out of stock because the display wasn't available, they are now available in limited quantities. I was able to get some screens from some U.S. vendors. I do have my bulk shipment coming in from the Chinese suppliers, but I was able to secure some for right now. So we at least had some stock, but the pricing is a little higher because I had to pay a premium to get them from U.S. sources. So, but we have them. So if you guys were looking for them, we do have them. Oh, I totally forgot. Yeah, so we got the Chang Lang Deng Bang power supply. I'm going to check the grounding on here. I'm going to ask them if they want us to replace this, if they do end up getting it with a Meanwhile. But we'll see. What processor is that? I see it's STM, so that's good. And it's the 512K, so this is the one we want. So RET6, that's a good one. And people wonder, okay, so people ask me, why can't we put the Easy Board in here, and why is it not supported, and yada yada yada? Because of this crap they do. Do you guys see this? So this is the reason we don't have official support. So you've got your end stops here. So this is your X end stop. You see there's only one pin here. that's just a signal pin. And then our Y pin, we've got 2 wires going to it. And then our Z pin, we've got 1 wire going to it. And then like here for our fan, we've got 1 wire going to it. It's because they're sharing wires between headers. Like this is a pain in the ass to deal with. And we all know the Chinese like to change shit all the time. So if I'm like, oh yeah, just do this, swap this, and this wire goes here, and then they change something, now my guides and everything are out of date. Now I could figure out quite easily how to switch out this board for like our easy board or really any other board. Your average person is not. It's going to be a pain in the ass. So that's one of the reasons. Now, one of the things I am going to do while we're down here is we're going to change these out and we're going to put ferrules on these because that's my latest kick I've been on. I've been very happy with putting crimp ferrules on things, and I'm willing to bet these wires are going to be tinned. And the reason you don't want tinned wires is because they literally will start fires. And it's not being exaggerative or dramatic. They literally are a fire hazard. And lo and behold, just like typical Chinese fashion, we have tinned wires. So there we go. Because they don't care if you can't sue them. Good luck suing a Chinese company. Like it'll cost you so much time and money to actually successfully sue a Chinese company for burning your house down because they don't know what they're doing and or they just do and they don't give a shit. So, yep. So we're gonna go ahead and I'm willing to bet these are tinned. Yep. And hot end wires. Now the fan wires, even if these are tinned, it's not the best idea, but it's not a terrible idea. Or it's not going to cause a fire because there's not a lot of current, but like your bed wires and your power input wires here, definitely stuff to get rid of the tin wires on. I am going to do it on all of these except for the fans because I'm assuming these are tinned as well. And they are. Now, here's the thing too, and here's the dangerous part of doing this. So you guys see how the positive and negative are labeled, and these are for the hot end? I'm willing to bet if I were to flip the polarity on these, even though on a normal printer, this wouldn't matter, this would short things out because Creality is sharing wires. So, your fan needs a positive and negative. You see, we've only got 1 wire going here, which I'm assuming is the switched negative because this one, yeah, so it's the negative. So you got the positive here and the negative here. Okay, they only have the negative here because that's what's being switched with the MOSFET. So where are they pulling the positive 24 from? They're probably pulling it from either the heater here, okay, or from the fan output here, which are also labeled. So if you guys switch this, because on a normal printer you can just switch these around, it's a heater, it doesn't matter. Like you can short stuff out. That's the problem. And actually, since we have this, I'm probably not going to get this whole thing built tonight, but let's do some testing. Oh boy. So let's see where these go. So we've got 2 fan headers, and here's a breakout PCB. I'm going to take this PCB off here so we can probe things out and see what they're sharing. Because that's the main problem why I do not recommend people try swapping the board on these printers, because they do weird shit on these printers. All right, so let's take a look here. So if I plug this in to here, so this is the breakout board that sits inside the machine, okay? So if I plug that in here, we've got our heater 1, our fan outputs, okay? We got K fan, our thermistor, our Z minus, Y minus. Those are end stop connections. And then we've also got another fan header, and then our X end stop header, and then they got a BL touch one here, and then you got your filament sensor, your E motor, and then your Y motor. And then you can see here we've got the 2 wires. These are 2 beefy wires here for the hot end, and I'm assuming because these are going in here, they're probably going to these 2 pins right here, and you can see that goes up to the heater pin, but it's also going to the fan pin.
See where the trace goes? So you've got that going up to the fan pin and the heater pin. And is it going to anywhere on the top side? Looks like the ground is on the top side here. So this is what I'm saying. Like, this shit is shared. So you got your fan and your heater. I'm wondering if, because you got the 2K fans here, and I'm assuming, so if it matches the board down below, this left pin is going to be your positive. So I'm wondering if this positive is also shared with the heater. So I want to figure out where that positive is coming from for these fans. So let's probe that out real quick. And this is why this printer is such a pain in the ass to change boards out on. Because you don't have dedicated wires for everything. They're sharing wires. They're sharing power. So let's see. Let's do a continuity test. Okay, so I'm going to go from one of the pins. Now, normally there should be no connection between your fan header and your heater. But we're going to find out if that's the case. Because I'm very curious to see what they're sharing stuff with. So these two fan headers are connected together. The other fan header here, the one labeled just fan, not K fan 1 or K fan or K fan, that's sharing one of the power lines with the heater. So that's interesting. And then it looks like X, Y, or X, wait. So X, Y, Z, and the fan header are all sharing ground pins. So if we go here, oh, and the thermistor. So thermistor ground, Z ground, Y ground, X ground, all sharing the same, pins. Okay, this is why. Okay, all these grounds are tied together. This is why we have weird temp fluctuations. Oh, look at even the fan, wait, hang on. I got a hit on the fan header here for a sec. I'm no longer getting one. Yeah, so the filament sensor is also sharing a ground. So yeah. Yeah, that's the problem. So if you guys are switching stuff around and you don't pay attention down below, and it's not obvious on the end stops or even the thermistor that all those are sharing a common ground, it makes it a lot easier to potentially damage stuff. So that's the reason why we don't, quote, officially support this printer with any of the control boards or firmware we sell, because this is the issue, is that, like, for example, on an end stop switch, if you have like the ground on pin 1 and the signal on pin 2 on one board and the ground on pin 2 and the signal on pin 1 on another board, it literally does not matter, because it's just a switch. It needs to touch those two wires together to change state. The problem with this is if, like, you plug everything in and you go to test the end stop and it never changes state, well, it's because it's just going to the wrong pin. Like, instead of going to the signal, it's going to the ground because, you know, like our boards versus Creality boards, Big Tree Tech versus Creality, like they all could have those pins flipped, and I would need to literally sit down and look at every single one and be like, if you have this board, you should change the X end stop to go here and the Y end stop to go there and vice versa. Like it's just too much to account for. And if Creality changes it, which they change shit all the time on us, then you're going to have a problem where the information is going to be outdated, and these are things that can short boards out and just make a terrible user experience. So if you have an Ender 6 and you want to change the board out, you should only do it if you have someone like me where you can hire them and have them do it for you, or if you take the time and figure out exactly what's going on. So, you know, like I said, you've got these fan wires here that are labeled positive, negative. You also got your hot end wires here that are labeled positive, negative, because the always on fan is pulling its positive from this. If I switch this around, then it's not going to work. Like, it's not very clear what things are because they're doubling up on sharing things and doubling up on wire usage. So it saves them the amount of conductors they have to have in the cable, but it also presents issues like this, where converting it to another machine is a pain in the ass, or converting the machine to another board is a pain in the ass. So let's go get some ferrules on these wires and get on with the build. Why are you laughing at me? What? You what? Oh, is that the one from out there? That's not the one from the fridge?
No, I finished the one in the fridge.
Hang on 1 second. All right. Just going to leave that there.
Why? Are you the way that you are?
Why am I the way that I am? All right. So let's go ahead and get these 10 wires removed here.
Deckard isn't wrong. It is a really wonky wiring job.
This is a really wonky wiring job. This is why I say when people are like, why can't you support the Ender 6? Because the majority of people are not going to be able to figure this out. Like this, like I can do it. I'm not trying to, pat myself on the back here too hard, but the reality is I don't want to deal with getting emails. Well, you guys said that this works, and I smoked my board and it doesn't work. It's like, okay, well, you probably wired something wrong because Creality has weird wiring with this. What? Like it. Yeah, so what if I was to run straight wires right to the board, bypassing the breakout board? If you bypass the breakout board, then go for it. Then you don't have to worry about any of this crap. Like, that's the thing. So yeah, if you can bypass, if you just say screw it, you take the breakout board out and run new wires, then yeah, you're fine. Then go ahead and swap the board out. Because then you're the one who's running the wires, and you know what goes where. So yeah, you're perfectly fine doing it that way. And to be completely honest, if my breakout board failed on one of these machines, that's what I would do. I would just get rid of it and solder something else on. Man, they tinned the wire. Look at it. They tinned this bed wire all the way back, like almost an inch. Like there's tinned wire all the way back to here. So sometimes when you're getting rid of the tinned wires, you'll have to cut some of the wire off, because if they really heated it up, like the solder's gonna travel up, and you're gonna have what I have, where you're stripping it, you're like, oh, it's still hard, and you do not want to crimp a ferrule onto a tinned wire end. We'll get to building this once I de-Chinese the wiring.
Bring them on.
Bring Deckard on?
Yeah.
Oh, do we want to bring Deckard on?
Yeah, we do.
I don't know if the internet can handle Deckard.
I'd say go for it.
But I was talking to the support team. Would you guys be interested in purchasing these type of kits from us, like these ferrule kits? I know we had talked about it, and I've been using these kits. I got like 4 different versions of kits from my suppliers. They're all basically the same. The quality is the same. The just difference is like the packaging and like the color of the tool. But these all like these work really well. These are just generic Chinese sets, but I've been very, very happy with them. Like I don't even think I'll go through the trouble like rebranding them. Like I'm just gonna get some feral kits in, is what I'm thinking. So I've had good luck. So look, they put the DC 24 volts. We're gonna take that heat shrink off there. Oh, can I slide it down further? Oh, I can. We're gonna leave it on. How's that? Why not? But yeah, so the reason you want to use ferrules is this prevents the wires from getting all like hot spotty and the tinning. If you don't have a ferrule kit, you're better off just putting bare wires into the terminal versus leaving the tin wires. So in order of preference and, you know, safety wise, ferrules are number one. Bare wire would be number two, and tin wires would be never. So it's free to strip. Yeah, it's free to do it. It's free to strip the wires and just get rid of the tin ends. So, and these kits aren't too bad. Like the retail price, I think I was looking, they're like $20. So they're not bad. It comes with all the ends and stuff. So that's all the ends and the tool.
One bit AliExpress ferrules.
AliExpress ferrules.
Oh no, Ray, why?
I mean, they're fine. They're all this. You know, here's the thing. On some products, the quality varies so wildly. Now, I could have lucked out and just got really good kits from my suppliers because my suppliers know that I don't tolerate, like I don't tolerate really crappy products. So I'm sure there are crappy kits out there, but I got multiple different kits from multiple different factories, and they've all been exactly the same quality from my experience. So, but that could just be my suppliers getting me good stuff because they know if they send me crap, they're going to hear about it. You laugh, buddy.
You're pretty caring.
No, I'm not caring.
You're
like garbage. They know better than to send me crap. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and hook this back up, and we're gonna put the negative in. So, yeah, it gives you a nice little. I'll show you what they look like. So on these, the positive is at the top, the negative is at the bottom. So you see these just go in like that, no wires to mess with in terms of them, like the individual strands coming off. Oh, look at these cheap screw terminals on these boards. Ooh. God. Come on. There we go. And then if memory serves correct, positive was on the left, right? The bed and the hot end, because we got a. I don't think the bed really matters, so that goes right up to the bed. But as we showed with the probing of the breakout board, it does matter on the hot end. Oh, that looks so much nicer. Look at that. Oh, beautiful. I'm going to check. I'm going to go out of the stream replay and double check, but I'm pretty sure positive on left because they do not label it on the board here. And like I said, these late night streams, I know they don't pull a lot of viewers, so I don't care if it's all over the place and kind of a mess. But let me see. I'm going back. Okay, yeah. So positive was on the left, negative was on the right for the factory setting. Okay, so my memory is correct.
Would you object to night mode right now?
No night mode while I'm working on a printer because I can't see shit. I can't see shit.
Get better eyes, bro.
We're not going to want to have night mode on while we're building a printer. Well, not. You can see better. The fine here.
No.
Here, start
No.
reading the manual. Here, read the Chinese manual
I can't read Chinese.
and build this print. I'm just gonna sit back here and drink while you build an intercept.
Fuck no.
No, I'm serious. I'm serious.
No.
Do it. You wanted to be on the stream. You build it. You build it. There's a manual right there. That's what it usually gets.
I'm approving posts.
Imagine that you just bought this from Micro Center. You went in and was like, "Hi, I'd like a 3D printer," and they go, "Here you go. Here you go, sweetie." And now you get it home, and now you're like, "I don't know."
I can't shut up.
Now you got to build it. So okay, I'm just gonna sit back and drink beer, and I'll be the camera guy.
No, you're fucking not.
Yeah, and then you're gonna build. I'll proof it. Okay. Yes, you are. Yep.
No, I'm
Yes.
not. No.
Yes. Come on, let's do it. Oh, now we're not so cocky. Oh, now we're not. Oh, you turn a little red. Krista gets shy easily. You can see her red face right there.
Stop.
Okay. Well. Oh yeah, do you guys want to see a baby picture?
No.
You see? What's it? You gonna build the printer?
No.
Come on, you gotta build the
I need
printer.
your.
Okay, let's see. Step one. What's step one? Okay, you can handle this. It's four.
Remo.
Remo.
This fucking dog.
Okay, it's 4 screws.
Dude, just
You can
fucking do
put
it.
these 4 things. Hey,
Just
come on,
fucking
you can
do it.
You can do it. You gotta put the 4 things on here.
No.
Here, look at the pictures.
I'll be right back.
Look at the pretty pictures. Can you tell she's had a few drinks tonight? There.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
You're
No, Derek, I'm sorry. I can't breathe.
You okay?
No, I'm dying. Everything hurts.
Okay, here, find me the M5 by 45 millimeter screws. All right, so this one goes in the back rear. I remember that from the last build, and it's in the picture. So this is the one with the actual breakout board. So this goes in the back right corner.
This is the 720p stream.
I know I have a 720p stream because it's on StreamYards. I mean, I could stop this broadcast and just go directly to YouTube. You guys think I should do that? Just switch back over because there's literally 0 viewers on these other ones here. Let me see if I can just wonder if I can hang on. Let me see what I can do here. I don't know. Hang on. We'll be right back. Okay.
You do pull that shit again. I'm gonna fight
Oh,
you.
well, we're live now. You're gonna
I'm
fight
gonna
me?
fight you.
You're gonna fight me? Yeah? You can find the screws?
There's so many fucking screws, bro.
M5 by
Give me the fucking
45.
book.
M5 by 45. Come on. You can do this. It's not that hard. This isn't that hard of a
I
build.
didn't even know which ones they were.
They should have labels on them. On the bags. Look at the bags. Look at the other side of the bags. They probably have
I
stickers on
read them.
them. M5 by 45.
There.
Let me see. I'm gonna try to bring somebody on. Screw it. Yeah, I wonder if I just do a stream just to YouTube, if I can do a 1080p, because then I can bring people on. Hang on, let me put my headphones on. Because then Decker can come in. Let's see. Get more of an overhead shot, so when we actually built this, we can see. All right. I have no beverage. Oh, wait, never mind. I lied.
Let me get you another beer.
I have half a beer. Deckard, I sent. Anybody else want to jump in? Let's just turn this into a hangout here. You found the screws. Yay.
It's not very attached money of you.
I'm gonna get my Bonhouse set here. Let's see. Here's what it looks like with the night mode on, because it's going to be. Wow. I mean, we might be able to get away with it.
I just can't read Chinese.
It's not in Chinese.
Half of it's in like fucking Mandarin. I don't want to fucking hear it. Yes.
Oh. Are you reading the American one? 720p. Yeah. Chop chop, Krista. The printer won't build itself. Look at, they even have stickers here. It says 2. It says 2 here. You just do the thing. You do the thing. Deckard. Oh, Deckard's in. Hang on. Let's see. Deckard. Deckard.
Check. Okay, beauty. There we go.
Yeah, we can.
Hello, beautiful people.
Oh, the only thing is when he talks, can you guys hear?
I hear him.
Okay, I need to mute that fucking main stream there because
I can
the
hear
delay
him.
on that is real.
Can you guys
Although
hear?
now I can't hear you guys,
don't
so
hear
we
him
are
coming
still
from the mic.
doing some boomer audio all day, all night. We got the boomers.
Is it echoing through my mic? It should be doing some sort of audio cancellation.
How do I get audio for Tim?
So he's on my speakers here, so Krista can also hear it.
All right, maybe I just got to deal with the delay.
Yeah, just close the actual stream out. You should be able to hear me through StreamYard. Oh, so it's actually canceling his audio. Good. It's supposed to. Okay, hold this up.
No. StreamYard isn't doing the thing.
Hold this face up. Thank you. No, don't touch this. I got this. Just hold the base. Oh, there's only one screw in the bottom here. Okay. All right. Well, the next one. Here, hold this in that corner here. Hold the base.
The fuck are you doing, Tim?
Try to get in the hole.
That's what she said.
This is like some brain surgery.
Oh man.
You can do it. Team effort.
All right. Okay, it's not going anywhere. All right. Yay! It holds itself up now.
Congratulations.
The white background is burning my retinas. Oh, hang on. Hang on. Brand leaves background. Yay! How's that? That work? We're just gonna roll with it. I need to like sit down and play with StreamYards more. I just re-upped on their or just resubscribed to their pro package. I've used them before.
So like one of the things that
Deckard, I can hear. Are you trying to talk?
wanted to bring up here is as you mentioned before, the wiring on that thing is just something else. Like,
well, do you see why? Do you see why I tell people? You see why I tell people that I don't support like. Oh, hang on. Why is my audio being weird? I can't hear you now. Hang on. Go ahead and talk. Oh wait, hang on. I'm switching over headset.
as I said, there is
There we
a
go. I got
huge
it.
delay going on with StreamYards between things.
Yeah.
I'm having to listen to you through the actual YouTube stream, and there's a good 15-20 second delay.
You should be able to listen to me directly through StreamYards.
It's there's no audio coming through StreamYards.
You need to check your settings because that's a problem. Yeah, I remember. I feel like this is why I didn't use StreamYards because their software is very buggy and weird. But like I said, this is just a.
It
Yeah,
is
I'm
what it
wondering.
is. We can
I'm
make
wondering if
do with
let
it.
me check. My under 6 right
but,
now is
it might sound a little bit awkward to the listeners.
I'm just this is like a pain in the ass. I'm gonna stop this stream going out to everywhere because nobody's watching on any other platform other than YouTube. So everybody watching, stop, decorate. I'm gonna send you another link and I'm gonna stream out just to YouTube. So I should get 1080p as well. So I'll be right back. All right.